it's good enough for Mark Twain, Carl Jung, Bill Gates, and Flume, it's good enough for you. Hi everybody, I'm Kristin and you're watching Traveling with Kristin, where we explore the world and life from the perspective of a long-term digital nomad. Today I'm talking to you from a small little town in the mountains near Bansko, Bulgaria. The topic I want to share about today is about finding balance while traveling as a digital nomad. So one of the recent trends and phenomenons that I have observed and participated in is this kind of explosion in co-workations, co-working retreats, digital nomad retreats, both for fun and for work reasons. So I want to talk about the implications of traveling in a group for that long. So being a digital nomad comes with what I think is a huge opportunity to be by yourself, to get to know yourself outside of your hometown, your workplace, your family and friend circle, to go out into the world without a specific identity or label and figure out how you operate and things that you like in a more of an objective environment. So while I definitely think that starting your journey in kind of the, let's say, the womb or the comfort zone of a group can be helpful. What I think people have to be careful of is spending too much time in that safety comfort zone, because I've definitely observed people traveling together or in different groups going months and years this way. I've been reading a lot of books and writings by philosophers and psychologists lately, and one of the patterns that I've noticed that really resonates with me and might help you guys is that people like Carl Jung, for example, would take a couple months, and this isn't just older figures, this is people in modern day society as well, especially writers, take sometimes up to 2 or 3 months of like an isolation and solitude just to think and just to work on their ideas and to process things. And people like Bill Gates I think he takes a 2-week break, a reading break, where he just goes by himself for 2 weeks. And I actually saw an Instagram post by Flume, the electronic music producer and DJ, and he bought a one-way ticket to Sri Lanka by himself. And I can only imagine the incessant disruptions that come from traveling with an entourage when you're famous. And so I really noticed that as well. So anybody from Mark Twain to Bill Gates to a DJ are all taking a period of weeks or months to be by themselves, to work, to pull back, and to just kind of reconnect with their thoughts. And there's a very apparent and real danger or disadvantage for people in the location independent lifestyle who go too long without doing that. And I think it can lead to burnout. I think it can cap your potential. And I think that you can end up being more influenced by a group dynamic and taking the path of least resistance instead of the reason that you became nomadic to begin with, which was probably to work on your own business or accomplish some personal and professional goals. So traveling in a group, while it's super fun for a while, it prevents you from really getting into your own flow, and it distracts you from something that you might either consciously, intentionally, or subconsciously be avoiding. A certain big work project or writing a book or some ambiguous goal that you want to do, but it's very, very difficult to achieve, either to grow your business or to execute on a months-long project while you're traveling in a group, because even though you can meet a lot of valuable people and make connections and have fun, you can tend to get stuck in just shallow day-to-day work like email or phone calls or project management, or things that you can kind of do on autopilot because it's part of your skill set. So the challenges of traveling in a group, whether you realize it or not, and sometimes it can take a couple years to realize it, are that you don't give yourself any space to really be alone and think. It's easy, not easy, but it's more realistic to be able to maintain your business rather than to grow it, expand it, or execute on really big months or year-long projects. Kind of a crutch, all right? Let's face it. So I just really encourage people who are starting to enter this lifestyle or who are already in it to consciously take some time away from a co-working space or away from a group travel or retreats or things like that to kind of grow individually and give yourself some downtime. So with everything, there's an ebb and a flow. With tides, there's an ebb and a flow. You know, life is a roller coaster. It's the most common metaphor there is. Look at historical charts of anything, you know, finances, economic data, anything. Charts never go directly up. They're always going up and down, and sometimes really steep peaks and valleys. And the digital nomad experience cannot always be a rocket, just going full speed ahead, absorbing so many inputs, meeting so many people, expending so much energy, having fun all the time, always having things to do. That just kind of goes against the laws of nature, in my opinion. And I'm reflecting on this because I'm out here in nature, in the quiet solitude with birds chirping, and it's been 10 days that I've been in this tiny town in Bulgaria, and it's taken at least that long to kind of slow down and get into a routine after coming off of 6 weeks of traveling in a group. And even though I love everybody that I met on the past trips that I've been on. Also, you know, when you're with a group for too long, you end up just going places that the group consensus is going, and there can be a lot of groupthink that happens. And you can put some of your own ambitions and places that you wanted to go on hold to just go with the flow and do what everyone else is doing. So I challenge all of you guys watching this to reflect on your experience thus far, or if you haven't started yet, look at your plans and see if you could be at risk for falling into that pattern, and think of some ways that you can maybe proactively retain control of your life, because that's why you're becoming a digital nomad, or why you are a digital nomad in the first place, is to live life on your own terms. I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and for more digital nomad tips, reflections, analyses, travel videos, vlogs, and other types of videos, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.